Hello, beautiful Taurus, and welcome to TESA's Tarot. This is TESA. Welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, you probably see that I'm in a different location. I am in Vegas. Thank you for watching the first two phases of my tarot reading, so welcome to phase 3. And then if you are new to my channel, I am currently in Vegas, but I do live in Chicago, so typically I do my readings in Chicago, but I'm visiting my grandma right now, so this is why I'm in the location that I'm in. My space is kind of limited, but it's so nice outside, and it's usually pretty cool in the morning, so I like to kind of hang out outside and do this. So this reading is going to be for mid-June, also including the summer solstice as well as the solar eclipse in Cancer. If you are interested in learning more about what this particular solar eclipse in Cancer is going to mean energetically and what it is significant for in your life, definitely check out the video down below. I've posted a link in my description box of a video that you can watch where the girl explains it really nicely, and she uses the charts and everything. So I found her video to be the most comprehensive and the most thorough. All right, there is, all I'm going to say in reference to astrology, I focus on tarot reading, so I'm not going to get too much into astrology. There's so many different YouTubers that you can watch who talk about astrology and all the different things that are happening with our planets right now, because there's so much happening. This 2020 is huge. Okay, 2020 is huge. There's a lot going on in our solar system. There's a lot going on energetically, and with all these different energies that are happening, and with all these different planets in retrograde, it's really our energies are really kind of like coalescing with each other. I can't think of any other word. They're kind of like marinating together. That's kind of the best way for me to explain it. So, you know, yeah, it's been really interesting to do tarot readings at this point in time, especially because we are kind of halfway through the year already, and there's still so much more. There's still 6 more months to go, and so much more that's going to be changing, things that are going to be happening. So it's just really interesting to see how everybody's energies are kind of being shared and being exchanged, and everything that's kind of happening with us. Okay, so with that being said, I do like spiritual guidance, inner growth, personal growth readings that just focus on the energies that are currently in your life right now and energies that you are currently experiencing. So that is my focus. I also typically lay all the cards out at once. I do the full spread where I'm able to see all the cards, but I'm doing things a little bit differently this time, and I am pulling out one card at a time so I can focus on each individual card. And then when we get to the final outcome, you know, I don't see the final outcome in advance. I'm going to see it when I pull it. And then if there are any cards that are directly relating to a different card, we're going to talk about that. All right, so with that, let's get started. So we're going to start with your underlying energy. And you have the Lovers, okay? This is Gemini. Yeah, so for your underlying energy, you're in a very like sharing kind of place right now. Like you're in a very loving, you know, wanting to be with your partner, wanting to be, and if you don't have a partner, like wanting to be with the person that makes you, that values you, wanting to be with the person that makes you feel good, that makes you feel special. This is not just about a lover or a partner or a companion. It's also about just kindred spirits, kindred souls, someone you have like a soul-tie connection with. It could be a brother, it could be a sister, it could be a best friend, but just kind of enjoying that company and enjoying and appreciating and valuing the type of connection that you guys share. So you are kind of in that energy right now of really feeling that connection and embracing that connection. Okay, so for your motivation, you have the Knight of Wands, okay? And all the Knights do have the underlying energy of fire on top of the element of their suit, okay? So this particular Knight is fire on top of fire, which is very, very, very like, it's fast-moving energy. It's also very forthcoming. It's very creative. It's very passionate. It's very go-getter, very active. Spreads like wildfire, baby, okay? This is also a Sagittarius card. And when we talk about court cards, I do like to mention the major arcana cards in which they are guided by, okay? So with this being Sagittarius, it's going to be the Wheel of Fortune, which represents the planet Jupiter. and also the Temperance card. Okay, so this is very so your motivation is very much about, like, maybe there's a project or there's an idea that you have, something you're very passionate about, and you're like kind of you're motivated by that idea that it's going to bring you abundance. You know, you're kind of motivated by the idea that, you know, this project, this idea that you want to go out into the world and go get, it's going to bring you good luck. It's going to bring you like good fortune. It's going to bring you the things that you are looking for, and it's going to bring you balance as well. So so this is your motivation. You know, you're very inspired to go out and do something, and this is kind of like, this is something that is driving you as an end goal. You know, as an end goal to go pursue this. So what you're feeling a little bit discouraged and disheartened by, we have the Justice card, and this is another major arcana card. This is Libra. Okay, so there could be, I'm sensing that there's a part of you, or that there are things going on that are making you feel kind of like that, like that things are not fair. Okay. You're feeling like things are not fair. And this is something that's going on kind of deeper inside of you. Like, I think you sense it, I think you feel it, you acknowledge what it is, but at the same time, you're not really like letting it come to the surface. It's more like a feeling that's in the pit of your stomach. You're not extremely conscious of it, or you're not allowing yourself to be conscious of it, but it is something that is in like the pit of your stomach, or it's in your subconscious. And it's this idea of justice, and it's this idea of things not feeling fair or balanced. Okay. And I have to mention that, you know, this can definitely, and when I say that, like how I said in the beginning of the video, how we're really, really sharing each other's energies right now. There's a lot of things happening in the world. And if you know, you're on social media or you're watching the news, if you're paying attention, period, if you're paying attention to things that are happening, you're going to be affected by it one way or another. If you're not affected by it consciously, if you're not thinking about it consciously, it's going to affect you subconsciously. It's going to affect you unconsciously, because we are all part of a collective unconscious, okay? And we are all part of the consciousness of the earth. So we are being affected by things whether we know it or not. And however it comes up for us, it's going to be different. It's going to come up within us in different ways. So sorry that I'm like picking my nose. I had a really bad itch. So this could definitely be, and because it's a major arcana card, I do kind of feel major arcana cards are very much representative by a more universal energy, and like more of an energy that's happening around you, outside of you. This is a universal kind of energy. So what you're feeling inside of you, I think does have a lot to do with what's going on outside of you, you know, and you're just kind of feeling it at a different kind of level, and maybe you're kind of like just like swallowing your feelings about it and not really facing them, or not really thinking about them or confronting them. It's more like something that's in the pit of your stomach, and it's you know, maybe it could be bringing you down a little bit. It could be bringing you down without you even really realizing that that's what's bringing you down, or being completely aware of it. So in your surrounding energy, you have another major arcana card. Okay, you have the Chariot, which is Cancer, and I think it's kind of cool that this came up in your surrounding energy, because we're about to enter Cancer season. Right on the summer solstice, we're going to be in Cancer. The solar eclipse is going to be in Cancer, and the Chariot, as a major arcana card, is very much Cancer is very much about home life. It's very much about, you know, creating that that feeling at home of like love and comfort. But also the thing about Cancers is, even though they are very much about their home life, and they have very big hearts when it comes to those that they love, and creating that kind of family loving atmosphere, very sensitive, compassionate kind of atmosphere, they are still very much go-getters, okay? Because the Chariot energy is very fast-moving energy. They go out into the world, they move quick to get what they want. but they do kind of carry this. They carry this feeling of family with them wherever they go. They carry like the people that they love with them. They still want to take care of the people that they love as they go out and pursue the things they want to pursue. So with this in your surrounding energy, um, and since you are an element sign and you do pick up on the things that are happening in the world in the physical sense. So it's kind of like you're seeing this fast moving energy around you. It's more like an acknowledgement of this Cancer kind of energy in its physical form happening around you. People are moving quick. People are doing the thing, they're going after their dreams. They're going after their visions. They're going after their beliefs. And they're like bringing a tribe with them. And this is kind of what I was saying with like the Justice card. It's like we are going to be affected by things that are happening around us. Okay, so this is in your surrounding energy where you're seeing these things happen. You're seeing that there are people who are going after what they want. And they're kind of like bringing their tribe with them. Okay. So as your advice card, you have the Knight of Pentacles. This is Virgo. Okay, and like I said, all the knights have the underlying element of fire on top of the element of their suit. So there's going to be fire and earth. Okay, so night energy is go-getter energy. It's active. It goes out into the world to get what it wants. But with it being the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups are a little bit slower moving. So with the Knight of Pentacles, this is going to be somebody who likes to plan. He likes to strategize. He likes to really think about what he has in front of him, the finances that he has, the possessions, like everything the resources, everything that he has, and then what he wants to do with it, kind of like making a plan, strategizing, what is his next move going to be. And this is a Virgo card, okay, and Virgos are going to be guided by the Magician, and I'm having and the Hermit, the Magician and the Hermit. So it definitely is about kind of like, being a little reclusive, just kind of like focusing in on your possessions and your finances and what's going on so that you can manifest with the Magician, so that you can manifest what it is you desire, but you are also aware that it takes work and you have to come up with a plan and you have to come up with a strategy. So with this being in your advice position, the universe is kind of just telling you to, get down to business, like look at, make a plan for yourself, make a plan for what your next move is going to be. Really kind of like get into that hermit mode, and, really work on your ideas, work on your plan, whatever plan you have, work on that. And then, when it's the right time and when you finally reach a feeling of like, okay, I got it, you know what I mean? Because this is very steady moving. This is very like, and Virgos are very detail oriented, okay? So they really like to pay attention to the details of things. So that's the other piece of advice the universe is kind of telling us, to really pay attention to the details. And then they make their move, They take that magician energy from the major arcana and they know when they can use the forces in their advantage to kind of make the move that they need to make. Okay, so this is your advice. The best way to move forward from your worries, you have the Six of Wands, and this is Jupiter in Leo. Okay, and this card does talk about, it talks about like natural born leader, it talks about victory, it talks about somebody who is able to inspire others, is able to teach others, is able to kind of, like they just have this kind of leadership type ability and skill within them to have people like look up to them and praise them and kind of lift them up, and he lifts them up. This isn't necessarily a cocky energy. Like it can be egotistical. But in this particular case, with it being the best way to move forward from your worries, I do kind of feel this as to kind of like think about how you want to be a leader, or to think about like if there is something that you're planning, if there is something you're strategizing for your future in terms of maybe an idea or a project, I kind of see this as like within that time frame, within those moments where you kind of become a hermit and look at the details of your plan and look at, you know, what your strategy is. Also think about, not even think, but like feel, don't only don't only think about it, but also kind of like feel that feel that which is inspiring you to do this to begin with. Like whatever that idea was that you're planning, whatever this is that you are thinking about and planning, whether it's a project or whatever the case may be, something for your future, remember to feel like happy. Like remember to be inspired by it. Remember to not just be so, you know, with your head in the pages in the book, but also to kind of like feel the spiritual aspect of it, like feel that fire within you that you have to go out into the world and kind of like know and believe that it's going to bring you success. It's going to bring you victory. It's kind of like this is going to be your trick to like manifesting what you want to manifest. So it's like once you're able to take the advice and get your hands dirty and get into the nitty-gritty of things, like what is going to really bring down that magician energy is to like believe it within you and to kind of like spark a fire. I don't know how else to kind of put that. You know, to kind of like believe you're already victorious, like to feel that within you, like you will be victorious, and you know, like you already are. You're not going to tell people you're victorious, but it's like something that you need to feel within you. It's an energy that you need to kind of like feel within you, like you will be victorious, like you already are, and then you will be. I don't know if that makes sense. Best way to move forward in a positive light, you have the Four of Swords, and this is another Jupiter card. This is Jupiter in Libra, and this does talk about taking rest when you need rest, like taking the time to put down the things that you're working on, put that energy down of like go-getter, you know, very willful, and just taking the time that you need for yourself to just kind of close your eyes, to clear your head, clear your thoughts, and just kind of be with yourself, like be with your soul. Whether that's meditate, take a nap, you know, just kind of put everything down. You know, just don't forget to rest. Okay, don't forget to rest. And then for your final outcome, you have the Eight of Wands. This is another Sagittarius card. This is Mercury in Sagittarius, and this is very fast-moving energy. This is kind of like, you know, if you can really hone in on this energy of feeling like you have claimed victory within you already, like, or just you have that drive, that spark, that inspiration, that passion, your final outcome will be manifested. Like this will be your manifestation of being able to just like go out into the world and inspire people with your words, with your ideas, with whatever it is that's inspiring you. You know, this is how people become like excited, you know, about your ideas. With this being Mercury and Sagittarius, like remember the planet Mercury, it's all about communication, and we are in the Gemini North Node right now, and we're going to be here for a year and a half. So that it's going to be all about information, communication, ideas, how we process information, how we communicate things. So, you know, using that as a guide to inspire others and to just kind of like be very forthcoming and be very energetic in your pursuits, it's going to take you places, okay, and it's going to go far. Yeah, so I see this is a really, yeah, this is really great. I'm really feeling this kind of like in the heart space. It's like you're really going to love what you're doing because you're going to be out. You're going to be like out in the world, kind of like, with all these, with the Eight of Wands, like I just kind of think of all these different people that are surrounding this victor over here who's standing on the pedestal and they're like praising him. So I really kind of see that related to this Eight of Wands energy. And I'm feeling this very much in the heart space where it's kind of like spreading um, it's kind of like being able to be inspired by others and their words and their ideas, and then you being part of that. And you also being in that like pool of inspiration and you also bringing forth your own feelings and desires and wishes and things like that. So, okay, so that's what I'm seeing. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you. I really hope this reading was helpful. Um, yeah, and I'll see you for the July 2020 reading.